What's every, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Tonight we are chilling, drinking some whiskey cream. It is Saturday night before Christmas. Christmas is on Wednesday. We are running around doing some last minute Christmas shopping, and the traffic's insane. And if you've ever been to Atlanta, the traffic's already insane. It takes an hour to get anywhere to go 10 miles. So today was a bit hectic. So I'm here wrapping presents, having a little sip of some whiskey cream, and just having a nice night at home. Got the fire on. Everything's great. And it's always important to listen to Christmas music while you wrap presents and think about why we even have Christmas in the first place. I'm a big believer in Christmas. I love saying Merry Christmas. We all know what Happy Holidays is all about. We're not about that on this channel. We're about Merry Christmas because Merry Christmas is beautiful, should be sacred, remembered, and passed down. So, guys, Merry Christmas. Let's talk about the markets. So, Bitcoin has been dumping pretty hard, but the entire markets have been dumping. We had the S&P 500 drop below 6,000. And just in general, the markets are down around this time. But I wanted to kind of give you a little bit of conviction here. This isn't a big deal, in my opinion. This is a flush out. This is for I would say the salad fingers, the salad hands that don't really hold. They're scared of volatility. They trade in and out based off of emotion. So if you know what you're invested in, you've done your research, and you've placed your bets, you know the charts, and you know swings, and you know patterns, and you have strategies, this kind of stuff doesn't really affect you. You just stay strong, you carry on, and you move on because all this really is an opportunity to buy more because we know where the future is going. There's also the inflation conversation that can be brought into all of this, which is if you have a long-term view here, you know that the Fed is reaching a fork in the road here with their monetary policy. Because what they just did the other day was lowered rates and the 10-year shot up. So what they're doing is either the people are losing confidence in their ability to manipulate the markets in a positive way, or I think what's actually really going on in the background here is inflation is about to ramp up again. And I know that sounds scary, but there's a lot of debt in the system, and it's about coming time to refinance that debt. And it's a lot of money. It's on the order of about 10 trillion. And they're going to have to really lower rates to do that. And they're going to have to quantitative ease, which you know what that means. It means printing more money, which fuels the system and adds more inflation. So Michael Saylor actually just came out with his legislation, what he would put out, what he thinks the U.S. government should do to handle the massive $36 trillion debt the U.S. government has incurred over the past 20, 30, 40 years, and to get us out of our deficit situation. And I think you already know what that could be. He wants a Bitcoin strategy. I think it makes sense. It's demonetizing gold, sell our gold, demonetize other assets, and really get this Bitcoin thing going. Push Bitcoin up to 1 million, 2 million. It demonetizes every other asset on planet Earth. And then we have a base layer of money, which is Bitcoin, and then we can all transact with that. And then it would move everyone to the US dollar standard because all capital flows would run back to the United States chasing the Bitcoin standard. And so like that kind of thought process is insane. I don't know if it'll go through. I'm not sure how that works in the U.S. government, or if anyone is even thinking of that kind of at that level, because I don't really know how many people understand Bitcoin that well to even run through that mindset. So we'll see how that goes. But there's plenty of potential with this new administration because There's a lot of technologists that are coming in that have influence over the current president, the current administration. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of technology and regulation is cut in order to drive growth, innovation, and technology further in these next 4 years. I was reading an article today that was talking about the conundrum between the Republican and the Democrat Party right now, which is basically the elections are going to stop being Republican versus Democrat. It's going to be a party that is for technologists, basically, the advancement of technology, and then those who are for basically humanists, those who want to prevent the adoption of new technologies and kind of stifle that innovation a bit and make that process take a lot longer to get there. And I think we've already seen a little bit of that in the last election, but I think it's actually going to be exponential in the coming elections. So it'll be interesting to see, but there's a lot going on in space. There's a lot coming, and I hope you guys are paying attention because we're going up. 2025 is going to be a very good year for markets. Don't let this little crash shake you out. This was only about 15 or 20%. You got to remember the last few cycles, drawbacks were 30 and 40%. So this isn't even close to that. And I think it's because you've got the Bitcoin ETF. You've got people injecting liquidity money in every 2 weeks when money hits their account. It's like a passive invest into Bitcoin now, which we never had in the past. And we had DCA, dollar cost averagers, in the retail markets, but we didn't have anything so automatic where it's just pulling straight out of your paycheck, and then you basically just hit a buy order in Fidelity or wherever you're at, and then it goes straight into the Bitcoin ETF. So that's just straight liquidity every 2 weeks, just being pushed in. So this is going to continue to be adopted. The FASB rules are being updated for accounting. They're doing fair value accounting, which means that they can, instead of only taking the lowest price that Bitcoin hit in that year and being able to only use the lowest price of Bitcoin, you can now use the highest price, which is fair value accounting, or the market, the mark to market. So that'll all be interesting, and I think it's going to drive even more institutions to come in. Gary Gensler will be out of the SEC. We're going to get new administration there. Everything's looking really good. So I would continue to have conviction, hold strong in DCA. That's all I got today, guys. Merry Christmas and cheers. See you next time.